Welcome to Cadillac Postgame Extra exclusively on SNY.TV. Monday afternoon at Citi Field, opening day. Generally winds up in the Mets column, and it did this year as the Mets shut out the Atlanta Braves 6-0. Took them to the 7th inning to get on the board, but then they took advantage of 5 Atlanta walks to score 6 runs in that 7th inning.
And the big heroes of today's game offensively in that 7th inning, Lucas Duda got the bases loaded double off the left-hander to left center field over the head of Inciarte, the center fielder that emptied the bases. Lucas had a 1-for-3 day with 3 RBIs. The other hitting star, 3 for 5 out of Asdrubal Cabrera, and drove in the first Met run, which was the deciding run.
You know what? I'm trying to do my best all the time. I have the situation right there in the 7th inning to put the ball in play, and I try to put the ball in play and make good contact.
He's about as calm as anybody you've ever been around. You know, he doesn't get real excited when he doesn't. You know, when he has a big game, and he doesn't get too down when he has a bad game. He just kind of moves along, and he knows what to do. He doesn't get. You watch him; he's the one guy who actually attacks the shift, trying to go the other way. He did it late in the game, even when we had the lead. He came up against Ramirez and tried to go the other way, and that's he's going to get hits because of that. And he's going to say, look, I'm going to take what you give me, and I think that's what makes him, a real good player for us, and especially hitting in that 2-hole.
In that particular inning, guys had a great at-bat. I mean, from Grandy, 2 strikes, getting him in, walk, Bruce, and then Darno with a nice walk too. So it was nice. I think it's a testament to our lineup, the length and depth of it.
Even though he was trying to protect himself from some of the injuries that have been caused by his willingness to work like crazy, he went back to kind of just taking some just short swings to the baseball. And, I saw this guy in the minor leagues just, do tremendous damage in left center field. And when he got here, that's what made him so successful. And obviously he's a home run hitter and a power hitter and, wants to pull the ball a little bit more so he can hit more home runs. But I just thought it was a huge hit for him.
For the first 6 innings, great pitcher's duel between Noah Syndergaard and Julio Teheran.
Yeah, they both were outstanding. Syndergaard looked like he ran out of gas a little bit. We'll probably see how his blister is on his middle finger, but he was outstanding. They both had 6 shutout innings of baseball. It just really was a battle of the bullpen, and the Mets bullpen was so much better. 3 scoreless by the Mets bullpen, a whole lot of trouble for the Braves bullpen.
You guys were all there on day 1 of spring training when he walked into camp and said he's going to throw harder this year than ever. And today you just saw he stays under control. He kept himself under control the whole game. Even when he got in trouble, you didn't see him panic. He still just made pitches. So this kid's a lot older than he pitches a lot older than he is.
He was throwing good pitches, so. In those situations, it's easy for me to call a game because, I know what he can do. And, he threw pretty good changes to my camp and, sliders to Marquez, and we got out of the inning. He pitched a great game.
I feel like I did a really good job. I think it was the 4th and the 6th innings. Not letting the game speed up on me too much. I think I did kick it into a little extra gear there because that's why we compete, because it's fun. You want to the opposition to challenge you a little bit, and that's really encouraging knowing that I can get out of tough jams like that.
That to me was the difference in the game. I think when runners on scoring position, he upped his game, and that's what the great ones do. You can watch them, they can coast along, and all of a sudden they get under pressure, and the stuff gets just a little bit better, and that's what I saw out of him today.
But it was awesome out there, feeling the electricity, the atmosphere from the fans, especially the 7 line. From the second I started walking up the dugout steps, I started to get chills. Just hearing the roar of the crowd was unbelievable.
So the Mets get a victory on opening day, then they get a day off on Tuesday. Game 2 of the season, delicious, right? The return of Bartolo Colon as an Atlanta Brave. He'll go up against Jacob deGrom Wednesday night. Our coverage begins at 6 o'clock with Cadillac first pitch on SNY. That'll do it for Cadillac Postgame Extra. Be sure to join us after every game for exclusive coverage on SNY.TV.